Ugh, man, spinning out is one of the worst things we can do as a hitter, and it's one of the most common problems hitters struggle with in the game. In today's video, we're going to go over a great drill that's going to help you break the mold on spinning so that you can start getting synced up and start hitting the ball much more solid and much harder today. Let's go ahead and get started. Guys, we got a ton of great content coming out this year, and if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's the only way you can get notified. Also, hit that thumbs up button. That really helps us grow the channel. And if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. Sewell would love to hear from you. One of the most common instructional things you'll hear out there is to rotate. You can hear rotational hitting. You hear you want to rotate. You get that rotational power into the ball. Well, what's the problem with this? Why is this not something we want to key off of? Well, first of all, most athletes, young to professional, all can interpret words very differently. That's why at Pro Speed Baseball we are very specific with our positioning when we're talking about mechanics. So it's not, hey, I want you to rotate. It's, hey, I want you to turn this much and do this thing. Because spinning can be interpreted as rotation, and rotation can be interpreted as spinning. Because if I am rotating, by definition, I am spinning, and that is spinning out, and that's the thing we're trying to avoid. Now, what do we want to have happen? If we don't want to rotate into the ball, what's right? What do we want to have happen? Well, the first thing we got to understand is the problem with rotation, and the problem with rotation and spinning out through impact. Again, we do rotate when we hit. It's just when do we rotate? Okay, so if I'm rotating into impact, my hands are effectively going left or inside to my pull side, and I'm pulling the ball out of the zone. So I'm essentially getting a flash of my barrel in the zone for a split second, even though from face on view, it may look like the barrel is in the zone for a really long time, but it's an illusion because hitting is not two-dimensional. We have to be able to see hitting in 3D to understand that if I am spinning, my hands are going left, and I'm going to get a glancing blow on the ball. This ball is going to hit, and it's going to spin. If you're a golfer, then this is more called like a slice. This is what a big old ball that would move way out and curve. This takes a ton of distance off the ball, a ton of speed off the ball. So in essence, we don't want to spin, and we don't want to spin out because it's very difficult to be consistent because we have just a split second to hit the ball good when we're spinning. Now, if you're super good at it, then yeah, you can have good days and bad days, but it's very ineffective. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we are in sync with our swing. If we are in sync with our swing, then our bat is going to be coming into the ball squarely, meaning it's not going to be moving across. It's going to be slamming into the ball squarely, and it's going to move through the ball squarely. But how do we do this? Well, one of the best things that we do is we check for what we call forward shoulder tilt. If you know in the Pro Speed hitting system, forward shoulder tilt is a position that we look at impact, and we want to draw a line through both shoulder sockets and make sure the top of that line is tilted in towards the infield. This ensures that we are synced up with our swing. Now, it's not a given. We can still be spinning a little bit and kind of luckily get into forward shoulder tilt, but that's the biggest checkpoint is we need to get into forward shoulder tilt first. That ensures that I am in sync and then this bat can pass through squarely. Now, the reason why we're going to do today's drill is because sometimes this gets really hard for a player. They just can't not rotate their body and hit. I had a AAA professional that came to see me one time, and we were working on some drills to help with spinning out because he was having some trouble with some spinning out. And he literally was having trouble doing a one-handed drill where he just couldn't not rotate. So we have a drill in the Pro Speed hitting system where we make some swings with our body just staying dead still, and he literally could not take the bat to the ball without spinning. So we came up with this great drill that made it impossible for him to spin, and it's simply going to go like this, guys. Just find a fence or find a wall. Ideally, you're going to find somewhere where you can make some swings where you're not going to ding anything up too bad, and you're going to simply put your back up against the wall. So if you can imagine a wall back here behind my back, and we're going to make some swings with just our lead hand starting off, and we're going to keep our back on the wall. That's the only thing we have to do in this drill is keep our back on the wall. We're going to make some dry swings, keeping our back on the wall. This is going to make sure that my body isn't rotating. So this is the exact opposite of spinning. So how we're going to combat the spinning is we're going to use the same feel when we start to hit some balls. So we're going to start off with the dry swings, and then if you have the setup, a great thing to do is you can choke up on your bat, or you can use a little league bat or you know, maybe one of those short training bats or something like that. Sit with your back on the wall and just keep your back on the wall and hit some balls off the tee. It doesn't even matter where they go. You just need to teach your brain to swing without spinning. Okay? And then what you're going to do from there is you're going to go to the tee and you're going to get on the tee and you're going to have the same sensation. Again, we're not so much worried about how well we're hitting the ball, but I'm going to feel like there's a wall right on my back and that I'm going to make swings with my back staying on the wall. Now, as you can see, the weight of the bat is going to pull me off the wall, but in my mind, my back is staying on the wall. Let me show you one here from face on. So again, if my back is on the wall and I'm doing some little drills, I just want to leave my back on the wall. Okay, and then when we go to the tee, I'm going to imagine that same back or the same wall right there on my back, and this is going to guarantee that I can swing the bat without trying to spin the body. Guys, hitting the ball solid is one of the most key things. If we're wanting to hit home runs, we're wanting to hit more consistently, we're wanting to hit the ball harder, whatever we want to do better as a hitter, we have to hit that ball square. It's going to be in the zone longer. It's going to be more consistent. You're going to have more room for air. Everything's going to be better across the board. So we need to make sure that we're swinging in sync with our body. Now, I've got a great bonus video coming up for you that you can see by clicking on the iCard or the link in the description below. It's one of our best release videos from the membership website, and it's really going to help you on your way to getting more in sync with your swing. Let's go ahead and get started.
These are all symptoms to improper sequencing in the swing and not getting the right amount of extension at the right time, or where we want to make contact with the ball in relationship to where we want to be extended after contact. And that's the key one. We do want to be extended after contact. Just before full release is when we're going to get maximum velocity on that object. So in a baseball swing, so if we go into contact and we make contact and then we have full release, then we're going to be maximizing our speed into the ball. So that all you have to do is set up the drill properly, make swings, and you're going to start syncing up your swing right away. And that's exactly what this drill is going to do. It's going to help us learn the proper motions to hit the ball correctly. So if I put a digital tee here where we'd want to make contact with the ball ideally when we're practicing off the tee or we're hitting in the game, we're going to load stride here. You're going to see me get into contact here, and then if I'm still swinging out to this ball in front of me,